Hey everybody, welcome to Zenit Longboards. I'm Sam, and today I'm going to show you how to set up a longboard. So, our board already comes gripped. To see how to grip a longboard, we're going to put out another video on how to do that for you. And we're also going to show you how to set up your trucks. So, when you get your board out of a box, this is how they come. If yours are already put together, you can skip this step, but if yours are like this, then you can stop panicking because I'm going to show you. I mean, we're here to help you. We're not here to cause problems or make you scratch your head and puzzle your existence. It's simple, I promise. So, as you saw, we're going to be setting up a Jig 2.0 all around. We've got some Luxlite trucks in the black, and we've also got Zenit 70s. You want your bearings as well, and it's probably helpful to have a skate tool. Let's get the tough stuff out of the way first. To set your truck up, what you're going to do is you're going to take this first bushing off, and you want to keep this golden washer on top of the bushing. Then you're going to put the hanger, the round part of the hanger, into the pivot cup and slide it onto the kingpin. You want the deep part of the trucks facing outwards. Then you put the bushing right back on top, and you'll screw the nut onto the kingpin, and you're already done. You see how simple that was? I'm sure you could do the second one without even seeing. I'm not even going to take the bushing off, and I'm going to put it on. It just happened. There you go.
Yo, the timer.
Les biscuits sont prêts. Cookies are ready. So, once you've got your two trucks ready, if you've got one of these things at home, it works magic, but if you don't, you can always just set the board up like this. It might be a little tough, but I'm sure with a little bit of effort, you'll be able to do it. So before you put the screws into your board, you're going to want to poke holes through your grip tape. Now, the wheelbase is your option. I always go for the biggest wheelbase because I'm tall. If you're short, you could go for the shorter wheelbase. If you like a snappier ride, you can go for the shorter wheelbase. If you like a wider turn, then you can go for the larger wheelbase. So, you want to put something, preferably an Allen key, something like that, into the holes that you're going to use. Hold the grip tape behind it, and then give it a little smack. Give it a little smack. After that, to make it easier to put the bolts in, the screws, you're going to want to go in and put that grip back in and kind of twist it around. That way you won't have to fight with the screws because of their tread. And if you don't have an Allen key like the one that we're using, anything that'll fit through the truck holes, I mean, it's perfect. It works. We're skateboarders. We make do with what we got, right? There we go. So now, you're going to take your screws, right? You should have 8 screws and 8 bolts. And you push it right through. Perfect. So now all 8 screws are in your board. One thing you want to make sure is you put the kingpins in the right direction. Most of the trucks that we send are reverse kingpin trucks. That means that the kingpin doesn't sit this way, it actually sits on the outside, okay? If you put it inwards, you'll lean one way and turn the other, and you'll look goofy and feel goofy, and you might not have a good time. So, your reverse kingpin trucks, you want to make sure you put them facing out. We do have traditional kingpin trucks, and those are like regular skateboards, where the kingpin goes on the inside of the hanger. Those trucks are Crux or Caliber standards. Those you can generally tell on the picture of the setup that you already buy, but you can also do some quick searching and make sure that your model is either a traditional kingpin or a reverse kingpin. Better safe than sorry. So, once you've got the truck on, you want to come and put on the bolts, the nuts, Can't you use bolts for everything these days? I think so. We understand each other, right? So, once you've got your bolt on, from your handy dandy skate tool, take the Allen key head. If you're using Allen key bolts. If you've got Phillips head, then you want to use the Phillip head. You take this small part of the T-tool, the skate tool, and you want to twist on the nut. Don't twist them all the way down, because if you tighten one screw all the way, you might actually disorient the truck and you might have a crooked truck. So tighten them most of the way, just so that the base plate is sitting snug, and then after that, we're going to tighten them all the way. See, now this one I can tighten all the way because it's the last bolt, it's the last nut that I have to tighten. There you go. Now we're going to flip it over and put the other truck on. Now that your trucks are on, the next step is to put the bearings in the wheels. So, wheels usually come with some plastic on them. You want to poke a hole in it, stick your finger in, and take the wheels out. You always have 8 bearings. With Zenit bearings, they come with integrated spacers. And that's important because if you're going to do any free riding, you don't want the wheel to be going back and forth on the truck. You really want the bearings to help keep it in place. So on the inside of the wheel, let me get a close up. On the inside of the wheel, your bearings are going to be like this. So it's not going to be moving back and forth, and they're not going to be going like in the wheel. Get it? So take off the nut from the axle, and you should have 2 speed rings. Well, one fell from my hand. Where'd it go? Oh, it's gone. You'll have some speed rings. Those you can get rid of, because our bearings also have integrated speed rings on them. So it's super simple. What you're going to do is you're going to put one bearing on, another bearing, and you're going to take the labels of your wheel and you're going to put it on the first bearing, and then you're going to push down.